Hello, in this tutorial we're going to talk about a few new features that we've added to our mobile app, both compatible for the iOS, Windows, and Android phones and tablets. Here I have an emulator of my actual iPhone, and you can see here we've added an optional feature for search, both with locations, and you'll see I'll select Clinic 1 location, and as I enter the survey, and I'm just going to jump through here to a question that has a long list, and in this case, of 50 states. So if I don't want to scroll through this long list, you have the option now of adding a search field above where, let's say I'm looking for Washington State, I just have to touch W and it moves up the list to Washington State, and I didn't have to do all the scrolling to do that. The same goes for, as you saw in the location page, which I'll just skip through the end of the survey to go back to, and you'll see in the location page as well how we are using the search feature. And again, this is totally optional. I'll just go ahead and enter that. We can also save our surveys at the end. As you saw there. Now here I clicked on Clinic 1, so that's now highlighted, and it's indicating this is another nice little feature we added. Now you can tell, let's say you have to go to many different locations. Let's say this is a rounding application, or a field technician in the field needs to go to multiple locations, and they don't want to keep track of which location did I go to when. This way it highlights any location that you've been to, and you can click on the recycle icon down here to clear, which I'll do right now, and then it clears those highlights. But basically I'm just showing you here that you can add a search field above locations if you're going to have multiple locations and you don't want to scroll through these, as well as any single response question or multiple response question type where you have many responses to select from. You can avoid scrolling by using the search. So how do we do this in the Survey Manager, which is where you control your app from the web-based Survey Manager? Well, in Locations, I'm in the Location module here. If I select multiple locations for a device, I have then the options of Mark Selected, which will indicate that, gray out any location I've selected, and Search. So this will add the search field above the location page. And similarly, if I want to add a search capability to a survey, I can go in, and when I'm creating that question in which I want to add that search, I would just edit the question, and you'll see here I have in which state do you reside. Let me just show you where we've added this optional checkbox that you can enable for that feature. So if I just edit this question and jump down here, you'll see autofill list questions. And that's if you just check that, as you'll see, then when you go to the device, as we have here, you'll get this kind of search field above the question. So that's really what I wanted to cover in this quick tutorial. This is all part of our latest app release for the iOS, and then we're going to move on to the Android next. Version 4.5.9, released mid-April 2015. Thanks for your time.